Hey there, happy Saturday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. I'm going to take a deeper dive into the forecast because yes, we have lots of changes up ahead. We'll have a break from that really brutal, relentless heat that we've been dealing with. We're not expecting thunderstorms like what we had earlier in the week, but we can expect some showers out there. It's not going to be everywhere, but the highest rain chances will be west and north of Seattle. And that's going to be on Sunday, but we could still have a couple of very light showers, especially in the afternoon, evening tomorrow. Then we start to dry out and we'll warm up into next week, but we're not talking 90s, at least not for now. So we can have a break from that. Temperatures the next 2 days are likely going to be in the low and mid 70s, some 60s, especially if you do not get any sun breaks, which we have a lot of clouds moving in. Breezy conditions today, and then on Sunday, pretty similar, except once again, we'll have a better shot for some showers. Monday, we're partly sunny, a couple of showers closer to the coast, and then yet another system moves in Tuesday before we start to dry out as a ridge begins to build once again. Let's talk about what's going on right now, because what was Tropical Storm Elida is still offshore. It's going to push inland. It's associated with the trough as well. It's going to move inland, and then a front is going to move in behind that. So we already have a good bit of cloud cover moving ashore as we speak. As for the big picture of what we can expect, so this is showing that low and then that front. You see how we start to get some increasing rain, all of that green. That's going to move in on Sunday, and you see that low just spinning off to our northwest as well. Then we'll get a break, some lingering showers offshore on Monday, and then what happens is our next system rolls in. May have a better chance for some rain into Tuesday. Still unsure how much for now, but we'll fine tune the forecast. Then we get to Wednesday and you see how this ridge begins to build. That's going to block any more weather systems from moving in. It's going to help warm us up. As for this morning, again, some of you seeing sun, others not so much. The mountain is not out, but above all of these low clouds, we're seeing blue sky at Paradise. But then you see how the sun is trying to peek through. Everett had blue sky, now again with the increasing clouds all out ahead of that system, and you see how the camera's shaking. I mentioned it's going to be quite blustery out there, southwest and south winds between about 10 and 15 miles per hour with higher wind gusts. Blue sky, again, sun breaks in the mix, and we'll have partly sunny, mostly cloudy skies today. And you see how temperatures likely will not come up all too much, because with that low starting to push ashore, that's going to enhance that onshore push and keeping temperatures a little cooler. 60s, 70s, you see how the coast is significantly cooler. A better shot for sun breaks here in Seattle and surrounding areas, but a lot of you may not even hit 70 today, and thankfully a little bit of a cool down east of the Cascades. But even then, still going to be hot. 80s and 90s, just fewer 100s out there, and they have a very high fire danger. Once again, covering pretty much the central and eastern portion of the state. You see, so half of the state all the way into northern Idaho and into Oregon as well. So high fire danger. We have those really strong onshore winds, and unfortunately, that is going to dry them out. Gusty winds, and we'll have the high temperatures. So low relative humidity, really dry fuels, and all of the wildfires that we have in eastern central Washington as well as Oregon, that could cause them to spread rapidly and even cause new fires because of all of that fire danger. Overnight temperatures are going to dip down only in the 50s and 60s, still on the breezy side even into tomorrow, and this is for the Seattle area. So mostly cloudy, maybe some sun breaks, and a better shot for some showers later in the day. And you see temperatures kind of similar to today in the 60s and 70s, and maybe some low and mid 70s for Puget Sound, even if we get a better shot for sun breaks in the afternoon before some showers move in. evening. Time-wise, here comes a couple of scattered showers over the Olympic Peninsula as well as the North Coast and over Vancouver Island. Into the afternoon, you see a little bit in the way of some green dots indicating maybe a light shower or sprinkle, just because we will have those low clouds in place, but a better chance for some afternoon, evening showers along the North Coast. Then we get into Sunday. So this is the pre-dawn hours before sunrise, and you see that band of rain. That's going to move from west to east. You see how it moves in. The Olympics sucking up a lot of that moisture, so a lot of it will not make it this side of the Olympics except closer to the northwest interior. Here's around lunchtime. You see most of the rain, so the entrance of the Strait, Vancouver Island, and some of it will make it this far east. Again, we'll have to see where the rain shadow sets up, but a better shot for some showers, light showers, in the afternoon for Puget Sound than the north interior. Then we get into the evening hours and you see how there's really not a lot left as this front finally pushes in. So spotty showers, a better shot for the afternoon, evening. On Monday, so we'll get some brief ridging, at least for interior areas. Meanwhile, our next system looming offshore, and then here it comes, the next one on Tuesday. So we'll have to adjust the rain chances and the rain coverage as we get a little closer, but then after that we dry out once again. Through Monday evening, again, this is an estimate of how much rain we could get. Anything at this point will help, as you well know. So the central and north coast of Washington, that's where we'll have the highest rain totals with that, because again, the most widespread rain for the north coast and the portions of the north and central Olympic Peninsula and closer to the Hoh rainforest, close to an inch or so. Meanwhile, interior areas, maybe a tenth of an inch, a couple of tenths of an inch, or a quarter of an inch, 3/10 of an inch, but you see the majority of the interior areas won't get as much rain. But July being our driest month, or at least one of them, will take anything, especially heading into a drier stretch of weather. So again, we'll have 70s followed by pushing near 80, partly sunny skies before our next system rolls in Tuesday. So a drop in temperatures a little bit, but still near normal. Wednesday, Thursday, mostly sunny near 80 degrees. And next weekend, the first weekend of August, if you can believe it, temperatures look to be in the 80s to start. Now, this will likely change, but this is an early outlook showing maybe a flip in our weather pattern, or a better shot for onshore winds, so slightly cooler, but then next week maybe in the 80s once again. But again, that could certainly change. So be sure to check in with us as we fine tune the forecast. You can download our free King 5 app, King 5 Plus, go to king5.com, or you can catch us on television.